Hi, Dorothy here. So today we're back with a very beautiful guest. Okay, this is like my girl crush, the fabulous celebrity fitness goddess of Malaysia, Nana Haleq.
Hi, Dorothy.
So, Nana, you want to tell us a bit about what you do because she went through a lot of things I couldn't. Yeah, okay, better you tell everyone.
Okay, so to say what I am actually, career-wise, I honestly don't know. How weird is that? Okay, so basically I started my career in a fitness line, which sort of just kind of happened, and then I challenged myself and put myself forward and try my luck in TV hosting.
Successfully.
I'm okay. I'm doing all right. Still learning the tricks. Brushing up my skills. And then I try to be a very successful entrepreneur. But as you know, businesses, entrepreneurship is ain't easy. So you gotta learn your trades. To say that I'm very successful in it, no, I'm still learning. That's a lot of mistakes that I did, but yeah, still trying.
I think
So to say what I am a woman in a mission to be successful.
So Nana is obviously being very humble. She has a very successful, not only her personal brand on social media has exploded. Okay, so she's been very, very strong and very, very active on social. Do you want to talk about that, like how you started out a bit with that?
Okay, so how I started on social media. Okay, to be honest, how I started is just kind of happened. I think growing up, or maybe on the day I was born, I was destined to be a fitness person. Because I have drawn and love fitness since young.
It's your calling.
It's my calling, yeah. I have been so active. I love sports. I love to try something new. And I have been an athlete since the age of 10.
Wow.
And then when I was like studying uni, of course we studied different things. So I studied I actually studied psychology and also communication. So it's either media or advertising or like PR, or I can further my study to be a psychologist if I want to. But then in the midst of finding what I want to be and what I want to do for the rest of my life, I do apply jobs here and there just to see where I fit in. I can't work in an office because I find that it's a bit too draining for me, and I find that I'm not someone who can actually be in office 9 to 5, and I'm more towards someone is like hands-on thing,
Right.
like more practical stuff. Like I need to engage in some physical movements, like meeting people. So what happened was between that transition, I was also trying to get healthy and fit.
Okay.
So because throughout the uni years, it's not that I'm not active,
Yeah.
but I was doing something else, like
Right.
different kind of activity. So I started sharing my journey on how to get a big butt, because I was so skinny back then. I was only 42 kilos when I started. So my mission back then, we're talking about almost 10 years ago, was to get a big butt, because I have a flat arse.
Not anymore.
So I used to call myself, in Malay we call landasan kereta api or landasan airport, because like when I look at myself in the mirror, I was like, there's no shape at all. So at the time I want to feel good, because I told myself every time I look at all these athletes overseas, right, like they have curves. I used to be a sprinter for many, many years, and why I don't have that curve? They do have butts, I don't. And why is that? And I told myself, well, if I can perform and I can run and I can sprint like them, I can also sculpt and shape my body like them. And I want to look athletic, and I want to have that shape. So that was what I was working for in
Junk in the trunk.
Yeah, and then thank God, like I got it. And along the way, I was sharing my I would say journey on social media, and little did I know that it blew up, and I have a following, and the funny thing is, I only understand the true meaning of what is an influencer, that I am an influencer 3 years ago. Before that, it was just merely like, oh, this is my mini diary, oh, this is me sharing with other people, oh, this is me, like, you know, giving advice of what I truly believe in. You know, yes, I learn things because I love it, not I learn this because I want to get money and have clients. You know, it's sort of like coming together naturally. I learned about fitness, I learned about nutrition, I learned about all this, like, whatsoever, because I love doing it, because I love helping people, and that was my main goal, to share what I love with people and help people genuinely, you know.
I think that really was like the law of attraction that you create. You know, you create all this abundance because, you know, you're just sharing your journey, and then you want to give back and tell people, hey, if you have the same problem, or if you want a big butt too, this is what you do. Okay. Of course, beauty has evolved over the years, and you know, when I've seen photos of Nana when she was at her 42 kilos, and she thought that was not attractive, but to me, she was wave. It's a different kind of beauty. Yes, but that was still beautiful. I really thought, like, you know, it's not everyone that will come up and say, like, you know, I'm skinny. This is like usually something that men do, right? Like, I'm a 90-pound weakling, you know, and then I want to, but for you wanted that kind of athletic figure, and then you went for it, right? And that is, it looks good on you. It looks great on you. So we were talking also about, like, social media and Nana being such a huge influencer. This is not, it looks nice, and you're like bright and shiny, and everyone's like, oh, you know, her life must be so great, you know, and she doesn't
go by social media.
So what would you like to share around this about social media, and what's the ugly
side of social media?
What's the ugly side of social media?
Okay, social media. My, oh my. Okay, social media. There's pros and cons to it. I think the most important thing is you have to truly know yourself. Whatever that you portray on social media, it has to be you. It's not something that you made up or someone forced you to do it. You know, it has to be, to me, it has to be genuine, at least for me. So, I mean, the cons is that, you know, sometimes what you receive or what people portray is not genuine enough. And of course, the bullying, the harassment, the impact of what other people are commenting on you on social media, and what other people are trying to impose on you, or their projections of you, the idea of you is different, right? There's positive and negative. So when we talk about social media, it's all about a mix of good and bad. It's about how well you can take and accept and have a strong mental on how to really protect yourself. What I say protect ourselves is because there's a lot of harm being done on social media, and a lot of people sort of like close one eye with regards to all these things, regardless of bullying, regardless of, you know,
trolling.
Trolling, because a lot of people, I think people in general, would look at someone who has a huge following or an icon as an item. Or because you are famous, because you are well known, we have the right to comment on things. We have the right to say whatever we want to say, because you are an icon, because you are an influencer, because you have a big following. But that's not the case, and that's not right.
That's not true at all. Like, they say, well, if you can't take it, you know, don't be up there. Don't post, you know. If you're going to post, someone's going to hate you, someone's going to... It's freedom of speech in that sense, right? But they don't realize that the person who is posting, or the person behind the photo, behind the video, behind the live, is an actual human being with feelings. So, would you like to share with us, like, what are the really, like, what's the worst kind of comments that you get?
The worst kind of comment that I've gotten, as I recall, this is when I first started, right? Back then, I think about 8 or 9 years ago, not many women wanted to look like I would say, almost like a man, you know. Yes, everybody else do fitness, but here I am, a Malay girl with muscle. I'm talking about legit muscle, right? And I carry heavy weights and stuff like that. And I receive a lot of comments saying that, am I a opponent? Am I a transsexual? And even like a hate email. I'm not talking about one or two. We're talking about constant hate emails saying that, oh, how does my clitoris look like? Do I have a penis?
It's shocking.
Am I a girl or a lady? Oh, as a woman, you shouldn't do this because only men should look like this. But then I think about it again, like I'm doing this for myself. I'm in this fitness journey because I want to look a certain way. I don't have to abide to what society...
because that's your perception of beauty.
Yes, I don't have to abide to what society or other consumers or other viewers want me to be. And that's the bad side of it. I think, you know, along the way, when, let's say for example, take a normal person, put out content on social media, somehow got famous, somehow went viral, and then somehow, like, the viewers expect this person to look and be and behave and clothes in a certain way. No, it shouldn't be like that. A person should just be true to themselves, right?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody has
Absolutely.
values. Everybody have their own beliefs.
Yeah.
Everybody have their own characters. Everybody have their own, I would say, persona, personality, individuality. Why we need all these negative comments and like
Just
other
because-
people's perceptions on what they want you to be?
Just because you don't conform to
Yes.
what is supposed to be the standard for beauty. Yeah.
So what is the definition of acceptance then? Right? It is very vague, it is very subjective. You know, I could be sitting like this and people are saying that, oh, a woman shouldn't sit like this.
Yeah.
You know, I should be I don't know,
Yeah.
like clothes in a certain way, and then they say like, oh, you're too sexy. Someone could be naked and then people not view it as sexy. So, you know, I feel that all these negative comments and all this bullying on social media, harassment on social media, especially from men, should stop. And I feel that as a person, as a human, you don't comment on negative stuff or leave some hurtful comments on other people's page.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't agree with it, move on, scroll along. You know,
You don't like it, look away.
yeah, because sometimes you don't know what kind of all these negative comments, regardless you are trying to tegur ke. Because I hate it when people say, oh, this, and then lepas tu bila orang comment, somebody else comment, blah blah blah, say, oh, you shouldn't actually say, if this meant as an advice, you should do it in a proper way. Send a private DM to this person instead of leaving a hurtful comments, like a hate comment out there in the public, right? Because you never know what kind of this comment can do and affect the person. Correct? Yeah, because everybody have a different background. Everybody is brought up a different way. Everybody have a different kind of common sense. Our common sense is not a common sense to others. Right?
But the fact is that you are human and everybody online is also a human being with real feelings, you know. And they say sticks and stones may break your bones. They say, okay, maybe you need to have a bit of a thicker skin when you're online and things like that. But if you are going to get this kind of hurtful things, it's normal as a normal human being to say, to feel like, I am a woman. Why can't I have muscles?
Yes.
You know, why do you have to go and say that just because I have muscles, you have questioned my gender, you know?
Absolutely.
So that is just not right. And I think that Nana has done it in such a way, she's not victimizing herself. I mean, it does affect you to a certain degree.
Yes.
Yeah, but what Nana is saying is that it's not cool.
Yeah.
It is not cool. Actually, it is really, really not cool for you. If you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything.
That's correct.
That's very simple.
To me, it's simple, right? It's simple. I mean, regardless of how strong you are as a person, regardless how strong is your mental, but if you've been receiving or you keep receiving all these hateful comments constantly on a daily basis, that person is gonna crash.
It's gonna break.
Yeah, they're gonna break. It's like a piece of paper. You are saying something like, for example, when we talk about body positivity or like, you know, positive body image, right? Oh, you are too skinny, you are too thin, you are too fat. Oh my god, you have cellulite. Oh my god, you have this. With the Asian hate crime right now, that you have like a small eye and all this. So combine all these things together, and then you throw it on the same person, one person from all these other different direction. This paper is going to crumble. And if you actually stretch out the paper, you know, people say, oh, go for treatment, seek help, go and talk to an advisor or something to help you coping with all of this. But if you pull out the paper back again, it's not 100% healed. It is not 100% like back to its original shape, you know. So
speaking about that, I think also in our country we don't have a lot of resources, and especially it doesn't come affordable.
I think affordability as well as openness. Not a lot of people are willing to share about their mental health issues, about what they are concerned about, what their worriness, opening up to another strangers, but also how open-minded people are around you. A lot of people, I think what I find difficult is that to have someone or make yourself available and understand what the other party is facing. You know, so it's not just about not having the ability to pay for the treatment, but it's also about openness. Like
your support system.
Support system. Because I don't think we are well equipped, we are well educated on how to basically help our friends in need, especially in you know, mental illness or like depressions or like I know, anxiety. Like how would you give advice? You know, how would you help? But I think it's a raising awareness where this kind of educations or like educational contents or like sharing should be put forward. Because at least if we have a friend or family members who are in need in this department, we are at least have the basic of how we can help them
to manage, or you know, the resources available. Because I do remember when people you know someone needs help in their emotional wellness, but you don't know where to point them to. So I think there's a lot of awareness being created right now for this, and there's some associations like Miasa who are doing a really great job at this. So what we'd like to talk about also is Nana's journey also. So Nana shared about how she actually went through depression a while back, and her recovery. So please
I don't really share with people that I have depressions. Only people who are around me know that I have depressions. My own family doesn't know that I have depressions. I think I owe my life to my manager, Sarah Lian, to whoever who knows Sarah Lian. I owe my life to her. And I truly appreciate the support system that she gave me throughout. And my depression is not caused by me. It was caused by other people, which I'm not going to discuss here. But what this person did to me, whatever action that he did, has affected me, not just mentally, emotionally, but also my own safety, security, where I was threat. My life was under threat. And I don't know how to solve it. You know, I went to make a report. There's nothing can be done about it because I was not harmed. There's nothing bad happened to me. So
they didn't regard it as a criminal.
Yes. So I had to deal with this for 3 years, and it's not just from one particular issue. It's from multiple stuff. And I tried to basically share this with friends throughout the years, I have different feedback. People who truly, genuinely try to help me, like Sarah. And I also have people who just want to know what's going on with me and talk bad about me, just to gossip.
Wow. Okay.
And I also have friends where they just want to see you fail.
Okay.
And I also have a friend where, friends that they are there, but after 1 year, they just sort of like ignore it because they don't know how to deal with you. So, to be honest, if you are basically facing some sort of like depressions, anxiety, like where do you go? I didn't go get help because I studied psychology before and I know the sign of depression, and my depression gotten worse even last year. In 2020, at the end of 2020, I have thought to kill myself multiple times because I don't know what to do. And I've tried 2 years to solve what I was facing, and I couldn't find a solution for it. And yes, I have all these people that I can talk to, but the issue here is that the problem is not solved. I can heal myself, but if this person and these things keep happening and keep threatening my life, how am I going to get better, right? So I think a person who are actually dealing with depressions, and as much as I'm trying to be positive because that is my job,
Right.
I'm a fitness person, I'm a wellness person, I'm a wellness personality, I have to be positive at all times.
Yeah.
And I have to fake my smile every morning, and I cry at night and before I go to work because I need to let it out. And I have to try to camouflage every single thing that I'm feeling. And sometimes, in between the days, I broke down and I have to sit in the toilet just to calm myself down. And these are the things that people don't realize, And I know, I'm not saying that I want to be a victim. I feel like I'm a victim. No, I am a strong woman because I dealt with it. I don't let I don't even let this person to interfere with my career. I don't let this person to jeopardize. And it's just that somehow, at some point, I feel selfless. I don't know what to do. I'm clueless of what I can do to make me feel better. And for me, it is hard to cross over and heal myself because the damages has been done, right?
So you feel like even though it's over, you're still broken.
Yes, I am broken, but I refuse to call myself as a victim because I am not a victim. I'm a strong woman. I'm dealing with it. I'm not letting it getting it into me,
I think the basic human need is to feel secure. If you cannot even feel safe in your own home, that is just so much anxiety, and it's sleepless nights. It's I can imagine how it can affect somebody so deeply.
Sometimes when you are just trying to be strong, right? You are trying to be strong, and then whatever that you portray on social media, you're just smiley, you're just very happy, and you are dealing with your own thing in your head. Here you are all smiling, happy, very strong, powerful, inspiring. But here you are battling, you are constantly at war with yourself, and then you receive all these hate comments, you receive all of these, hurtful
It doesn't
things.
help.
It doesn't help at all. So that's why I keep saying, if you don't like something, if you don't agree with something, if it's not aligned with whatever that you believe in, do not leave hate comments, because you never know behind that screen, behind that screen, that happy person, you don't know who the person
you don't know
truly
what
are.
you don't know what someone is going through.
Yes.
You don't know what they are feeling. You don't know what they're going through. You don't have an inkling of what is going behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
Right.
Especially with regards to abuse victims, right? Yes. or cancer patients. I'm just giving an example here. A cancer patients who battle cancer, you know, and then she wants to feel good about herself, right? For example, she works out. Yes, she was like portraying, and this is my success, this is my journey, and then here comes some morons leave some hate comments.
Which is stupid. Yes, I've seen one of those where she actually had a mastectomy, and then so she wrote on her chest that I am enough. And then you get comments about having no breast, you know, and how is that enough? You know, it's not something that I don't know what possesses people to actually want to spread that kind of hate.
Yes, and even to me, what gives you the right to basically comment on other people? Do you have no sin? Do you not sin? Or you are too perfect to actually comment on others, right? What is perfections?
Usually,
what is that?
Usually, it's an effort not to look at yourself. Right? To actually decoy and, you know, and focus on someone else, or, you know, that, or to comment on someone else, or to actually think that, you know, to look at someone else and criticize. Because it's easier than criticizing yourself. So
I always wonder, you know, like all these people who actually comment, do they actually suffer from mental illness?
I've seen some of your comments, and then there's like,
well,
there was even
the worst. Well, to me, if you ask me honestly, I never get affected by the hate comments. All these comments, like, you know, sometimes I just go on live and then they just, you know, I'm full clothes. Like big t-shirts, nothing revealing. My jugs are all in. You know, nothing revealing at all. So, can I just rape you? That's the kind of comment that I would get during my IG live. And sometimes, you know, I'm wearing exactly like this, and I do my workouts, and then they will ask me, oh, if I do this certain position on you, will it be painful? And no, you know, usually we just respond, or just block this person, just ignore. How many person can you block? How long can you ignore? Why are we willing and letting these people to do this and allowing them to do this to us as a woman, right? I mean, isn't there something that we can do to protect ourselves as a woman online? Like, why isn't there a regulations if a person actually commits something like this, there's an action can be taken to protect us as a woman? Because, you know, people who actually comment is not adult. They can be as young as, you know, 15 years old.
Wow.
Can you imagine a 15 years old commenting on a 35 years old page like that? Can I rape you? You know? So what do you think that these boys are going to comment
to younger girls and in real life?
Take off your baju? So these kind of things can lead to depression, anxiety, and all of these things. So it's all, I think, interrelated. Like I said,
15 is like what, Form 3?
Yeah, Form 3.
That's really crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, so you always think of all these people as like, okay, maybe the dirty old men, right? You know?
Right now, year 2020, year 2021, majority of, I would say, people or individual will comment this kind of things is
that's shocking. That is really shocking. And I don't
sad that there are many Malays.
I like what you said about, like, you know, you can be fully clothed and people still sense that sexuality, but that is their perception of you, not necessarily of something that you are wearing or you are trying to, you know, wear a provocative outfit and give them that kind of, or steer their brain towards that kind of direction. But it just, if your brain is in the gutter, it's in the gutter.
Exactly.
So I really admire your strength. I don't know how you do it, because, you know, it's easy to say like, yeah, just block, you know, yeah, suck it up, and then, you know, oh, this is my job, you know, this is part of the perils of the profession. But yeah, I totally get it. Like, even when, for me, I don't have like the millions of followers that you have, but when you receive a video call, that is already like invading your privacy.
Yes.
You feel icked. You feel like, why are you calling me?
Actually, right?
In what
The
universe
trend-
is that
Yes.
appropriate?
The trend now, what I realized since last year,
Yeah.
people like to video call on Instagram, or like, video call, that
Yeah,
feature,
yeah,
right? To
yeah,
call
there's a
you
video
and things
call
like that,
feature.
right? So then I'm like, and all are mainly Malay boys. I don't know why. Why are you guys doing this?
Yeah,
Why are
what do you
trying-
expect?
What you expect?
What do you
us
expect?
to pick up your calls?
Yeah.
They are not available for you. Yes, we are there for you to see our content, but we are not available for you for your own pleasure or simply give our time to
Yeah.
entertain
But
you. No.
it bugs you. It gets under your skin. Like, you feel like your privacy has been invaded in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, but I really admire how you handle all these things. And Nana will tell them, okay, that's not cool.
Well, I used to be keep quiet. Like, I used to keep quiet. But
Yeah.
recently, I feel that these people, if they are seeking attention, I should just bring these people forward.
Yeah.
And somehow, once in a while, I just have to voice it out
Yeah.
because enough is enough. You don't objectify women as an
No.
item. We are not an item for you to simply comment and stuff like that. Regardless of what you feel, what you think, what you believe in, of
Yeah.
how individuals should clothes, behave, and stuff like that. You have no rights to leave any comments because
And you have a mother, you have sisters, you
Yeah.
have, aunts and
yeah.
wives and girlfriends, It doesn't mean that someone online is somebody that you can just objectify and say that, I can say whatever to you
Yes.
because you have no feelings. You're not a human being.
Yes.
You're not even a real person. You're just a video or a photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really admire how you actually stand up for yourself. So Nana she will school the people who harass her online. So if you're thinking of doing it, better be careful. So I know your psychology background and everything, and you're obviously very in tune with someone who's going through depression or the signs. So what kind of advice would you give someone who you suspect, or how do you think that we should deal with that?
Okay, this is quite a delicate, I would say, subject. Reason being is that not everybody who, I would say, undergo depression is as willing to share about it, their depressions, right? So, I think the first and foremost, we as a person, or friend, or family members, is to ask, genuinely ask, how are you today? That, I would say, could really help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to give love. Right?
Yeah, and try to understand what was the cause of it. Yeah, because why am I crying? Because sometimes when they ask you, it's not genuine because it's just they want to talk about you. So if you have a friend who you suspect that this person is undergoing anxiety or like depression, like really sit down with them and ask them like, how are you today? Like, what are your feelings? What are you working on? Like really.
What can I
ask them.
support you with?
Yeah, and if they are comfortable enough to open up with you and share with you, really value that, because it is hard for someone who undergoing depressions, especially suicidal, to actually share something with somebody.
Yeah.
And usually they just like stay indoors and like stay in bed. So if you have the privilege to be one of the person, really be kind and be nice and 100% supports. Try your best to be there to help them. And to the person who are actually undergoing or have depression and things like that, what I can advise you is, if you want to share something, this is really important. If you want to share something, make sure that what you share, or the person that you share to is genuine. Because sadly to say that throughout the 3 years that I've been facing this issues, there's a lot of fake friends around, and they're not helping, but they are making things worse. So for those who are facing these issues, if you have an access to a treatment, go for it. But if you want to share something with a person who actually talk about it, make sure that the person is worthy of your truthfulness.
Right.
Yeah, because not everybody is as genuine as it seems to be.
Thank you for opening my eyes up to that.
I think here in Malaysia, we still has a lot to learn about how to deal with anxiety, depression, mental illness. Not just merely of seeking treatment, but also how to deal with it. I think everybody should have an awareness of how to, I would say or give advice. Yeah. I guess more awareness is needed. And I think in general, people just have to be kind. Kind and genuine. I mean,
more love and more courage not to look away.
Yes. Yeah.
More
Because
courage
whatever
not to
that
look
comes out from your mouth really matters. And sometimes the simplest thing really can help. Yeah. Moving forward, if there's a way when we report this kind of person or bring it to authority, this person should or can be taken action to. You understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So
that there are consequences to
their exactly. I can't think straight. So
to that kind of stupid behavior.
Yeah. So this thing can stop. This thing can stop. So put an end towards it. So
thank you for sharing valuable tips. And finally, we want to ask Nana, if you could send a message to yourself 3 years ago, what would you say?
All the spinal turbulence, emotional roller coaster even began. Okay, what I would advise myself is not to be too naive, because I know I'm a naive kind of person. People who truly know me, people who know me from when I was younger, I'm quite naive. I'm quite lurus, what we call it in Malay, lurus. And I always have so much hope in people. I always believe in people, and I always believe that, when I be friends with someone, that think about all the goodness. But after that 3 years, I think it's totally destroyed me. I mean, not to say that I lose hope. Not to say that I lose hope in humanity or kindness and people, but I feel that women in general, you should be smart. You should be able to protect yourself. You should know what can protect you. You should know how to support yourself financially. You should be very independent. So if anything happened to you, you can take care of yourself. You can save yourself and find yourself a genuine friend.
Thank you so much. So we really enjoyed having Nana here. We can talk all day. But whatever she wears, right, she's gonna look sexy. So you just gotta deal with it, okay? Cannot deal with it, look away. Okay.
Move along, please.
Move along.
Stroll.
Yes, run along now. So thank you for joining us. And we hope you enjoyed this talk, and we hope that it helps someone, whoever you are, who needs to hear this. So thank you.
Thank you.